Samsung's next flagship lineup, the Galaxy S26 series, is already making headlines, not for its design or camera upgrades this time, but for what's going on under the hood. Reports from Korean media suggest that Samsung is still undecided about which processor will power its upcoming flagship phones, the in-house Exynos 2600 or Qualcomm Snapdragon chip. This uncertainty means that the global distribution of processors for the Galaxy S26 series might once again vary by region. During its Q3 2025 earnings conference call, Samsung made an interesting statement. The company said it plans to leverage the competitiveness of Exynos to strengthen its key flagship models next year. Though Samsung didn't explicitly name the Exynos 2600 or the Galaxy S26, leaks and previous reports have already linked these two closely. So, it's clear that Samsung is seriously considering bringing back its own chip in a major way. However, it's not that simple. According to Samsung, the evaluation process for choosing an application processor, or AP, is different for the Galaxy S series compared to other models. The company explained that it has clear criteria for what it wants to offer customers through flagship products, and therefore evaluates and selects APs based on those standards. This statement shows that Samsung is taking extra caution with its flagship phones. The Galaxy S lineup remains its most premium and most popular series globally, and the company doesn't want to take any chances. Samsung further confirmed that the evaluation for the Galaxy S26 AP is still ongoing, and that it's difficult to confirm the finalization for next year's flagship lineup. In simple terms, Samsung hasn't yet made the final call on whether the Exynos 2600 will power the Galaxy S26 series, or if it will once again rely entirely on Qualcomm's Snapdragon chip. The confusion makes sense when looking at Samsung's recent strategy. The company has been using its Exynos chips across multiple lineups, including the Galaxy A series and even the foldable Galaxy Z models. But for the Galaxy S series, the decision isn't as straightforward. The S lineup represents the best Samsung has to offer, so every choice, from the processor to the camera, goes through extra layers of testing and performance evaluation. If Samsung decides to go ahead with the Exynos 2600, it will mark an important comeback for Exynos in the flagship segment. Early rumors claim that the Exynos 2600 could even outperform Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 5 in certain benchmarks, showing improved efficiency and AI capabilities. But Samsung's hesitation could also mean that it wants to avoid repeating past issues where Exynos versions of Galaxy phones underperformed compared to their Snapdragon counterparts. Historically, Samsung has used a split-chip strategy for its S-series phones. Snapdragon processors for regions like the US and China, and Exynos chips for Europe and other markets. The last time this happened was in 2024. However, the company later unified the lineup by switching entirely to Snapdragon for the Galaxy S25 series. That decision was praised by many users who wanted consistent performance across all regions. Now, with the Galaxy S26, Samsung appears to be reconsidering that move. The company might once again divide the lineup, with Snapdragon powering the US models and Exynos running in other parts of the world. This would align with its goal of promoting the competitiveness of Exynos chips while maintaining Snapdragon's dominance in key markets like the US, where performance perception matters greatly. Still, there's also a possibility that Samsung already knows the final configuration but doesn't want to reveal it too early. The company usually keeps hardware details for upcoming flagships under wraps until launch time. So, Samsung's current, undecided, stance could simply be a way to maintain secrecy until the official announcement. Adding to the uncertainty are the mixed rumors about the Galaxy S26 lineup itself. Some earlier reports claimed that Samsung would cancel the Galaxy S26 Plus model and replace it with a new Edge version, reshaping the lineup. But more recent leaks have dismissed that claim, stating that the S26 Fuzz is very much real and will go on sale alongside the base S26 and the S26 Ultra next year. So, while there's still no confirmation about which chip will power the Galaxy S26 series, one thing is certain: Samsung is being very cautious with its decisions this time. The company clearly wants to deliver a powerful, consistent, and efficient experience no matter which processor it chooses. In the end, the question remains: will Samsung's 2026 flagship lineup run on the Exynos 2600 globally, or will it once again divide the world between Exynos and Snapdragon versions? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure: the decision will shape not just the Galaxy S26 series, but also the future of Samsung's chip strategy in the years to come.